about minerals.
In February 2020, government rolled out the new lower secondary school curriculum, which focuses on developing the skills and competencies of students in a departure from the mainly theoretical curriculum. The change came even as various experts called for a halt to the rollout of the curriculum, who argued that there was a need to allow government to prepare better for the rollout. The rollout was later interrupted by COVID-19 outbreak, which enforced a nearly 2-year closure of schools. However, at least more than 1 year down the road, the implementation of this curriculum is still facing hurdles, with the pioneer class of this curriculum, Senior 3, struggling without scholastic aids like learners' books and teachers' guides.
These learners have almost 1 year to go. By now we should have started on the work of Senior 3, but the books are not yet here. So we are still gambling and looking for ways of how we can teach the Senior 3 work. But of course, without these books, it becomes hard.
Relatedly, a number of teachers are not yet conversant with the curriculum, which has led to calls for increased retooling. The new ordinary level curriculum examines relevancy, accuracy, coherence, and excellence, among others. Teachers say this calls for adequate teachers who are lacking in most of the institutions.
Assessing a learner means that at least the teacher ratio should be higher than the student's ratio. Because you must look at this learner praying, you must look at this learner debating, you must look at, those are all forms of assessment, because assessment is summative, criterion, and other forms of assessment.
In this curriculum, every subject has a component of continuous assessment, without which a learner will not be graded in a given subject by UNEB. Some 20% of the final UCE results will come from the continuous assessment. However, some schools and learners are still puzzled at how this will be done.
We have not yet known how they set the questions. You get? You find the ministry and the NCDC has not come out to give us at least a sample examination assessment. So you find some schools are giving only activities of integration, yet at times you say there are supposed to be some subjects embed objective set questions, others embed scenario questions. So you look at that, we are operating in a vacuum.
And we have learners who are changing from one school to the other. You find in Senior 1, this learner was in school A. In Senior 2, comes to your school. Sometimes you ask for marks, they don't have them.
For their part, the Uganda National Teachers Union, UNATU, wants government to allocate resources for the vigorous training of teachers and production of materials.
From where we are, the mistakes have been made, errors have been made, but we must correct them and move forward. And therefore, we need now to prepare in advance so that the A-level curriculum does not suffer the same consequences.
However, he notes that such education reforms should not come midway.
We should be seeing a reform from primary, because primary feeds secondary, lower secondary feeds A-level, and A-level feeds tertiary institutions and universities. And therefore, if the reform is well planned, that's how it should be.
Education State Minister John Muyingo has cautioned teachers to implement the new lower secondary school curriculum despite reports of resistance.
There are some of our colleagues who have not accepted that we have a new curriculum at that level. Some others are failing to learn. There are even those who are failing to unlearn. They have continued as if there are no changes.
According to UNATU, there is need to address the challenges at hand. Nobat at Kunda, NTV News.